again, really nice to see everybody. And I think most of you know me, but that if you don't, my name is Nancy. I've been teaching at the Montclair Art Museum for about 18 years now, and I've been working with the mill for a lot of them. So if you feel like you're joining a party already in that's already happening, that's why a lot of you guys know me. So that's kind of, again, and it's so nice to see you guys and to do this. So, all right, I'm going to take my face off Spotlight. And usually the way I do this is I spotlight my hands and what I'm working, and I talk, and then if somebody has something to say or add, just, chime in and we can address it, if you feel like addressing it as a group and hearing opinions, or I can address it myself, or, it's a very casual, laid back environment. So, and, I've been teaching, it's funny. So this Monet image, which I emailed you guys, I've been teaching with my non-artists. I teach a class at the museum called Art for the Non-Artist. And it's a class that's specifically made for people who are intimidated by art but like it, and they're afraid to try, and they all came up with, they all got it. We worked much bigger. I have my, I didn't finish, I can still put another couple hours into this, but so this is, but we could do this. I have now this is going to be my third time doing this, and I'm working much littler. So for Christmas, everybody's getting little Monet paintings. That's basically what's going to start happening. So let me just see for a second.
I have a quick question. May I ask?
I do too.
All right, so Joya, go ahead.
Oh, I didn't get the email because I signed up really, really late.
Okay.
So what's the name of the picture so I can just grab it?
Okay, so it's Monet's, what did I say? It was Monet's bridge.
Bridget, whatever the garden's called.
Bridget Giverny, Giverny.
Are emails being sent to people? Because I never got one.
I sent one yesterday.
I didn't get it.
Okay. And I sent it to, because I know that a lot of you responded, so I know that it went to everyone, but that's okay. I mean, I'm going to have it, right here, and then.
So I'm using watercolor.
Okay.
I don't have anything else right now. Okay.
Yeah. I knew that a bunch of you were going to be using watercolor, and that's fine. So I'm going to be working in acrylic, but there's no reason why you guys can't do this also in watercolor, because we're going to be working in layers and steps and things like that. So I'll keep that in mind. So as I'm speaking. So were there any other questions? No, you guys are good. So, all right. So the first thing I'm going to do, and you can do this both with watercolor and acrylic, is I want to get my basic color, my basic background color down, almost priming the canvas. So I'm going to use this green. You can use any green, because at this point, the way Monet painted, he was known as like the painter of light. So if your colors aren't exactly like my colors, that's okay, because he painted things over and over again to capture different tones of color depending on the light of the day. And again, I don't pretend to be an expert. This is just what I know. So if anybody also knows other things about him, that's you can chime in there. But I'm going to use just a basic green. I'm going to try to also have that you can see my palette. So you guys should have your colors, your paint. You should have some water, a paper towel, regardless of acrylic or watercolor. Or I know that somebody wrote to me, said that they might be using watercolor pencils. or something like that. Is that anybody here? No, okay. So, and right now I'm just kind of priming the canvas. I'm going in a horizontal fashion and I'm really just getting this color down. It could be kind of watery. I just want to get this background color. This is avoiding getting like the white spots of the canvas. It's kind of covering up those little white, the texture of the canvas. So if we can do that, and you could do this with watercolor, just kind of maybe wetting your paper and getting a nice green, watery background color. Does that make sense?
Mhm.
What color green is that, Nancy?
My green is, again, so like my green is a permanent green deep.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so I know a lot of you, if you had joined the in 2020, we had a paint and sip right for the holidays, and I know I gave this set of paint, so I'm mostly using that. So I feel like a few of you will have this set already. So big brush, really loose. There's a question, go ahead. Okay. All right, Sharon, I got you. Let me shut this. How do I close my little email? Oh, well. It's funny. It's like you don't use Zoom for a while and you forget how to use it.
It took so long to learn how to use it.
I know, and I feel like, oh yeah, I'm a master at Zoom. You know, it's like now all of a sudden, it's like now I don't even know how to close my message box. So, all right. Okay, and I'm purposely working small. If we were in person, this is the size canvas I'd give you because, you know, like that painting I showed you is larger. I think it's like 12 by 16. I've already put about 6 hours into it because it was 2 classes, and I could easily put a bunch more classes into that.
What's the size you're doing now?
This is an 8 by 10. Oh, there goes my dog. Sorry. I have a little piece of chicken next to me to stop her from barking. Okay, so I'm gonna put this aside, and I don't mean to go quickly, and if I'm going too quickly, just yell at me or something. So, but I really, and again, this is the image that we're looking at. So it's basically, blues, greens, whites, little lavender. So I want to mix some colors. I want to get at least 2 tones of green and at least 2 tones of blue. What's nice about this image is that you don't have to like wash your brush between each color change, because you really, it's all about the textures and that, and layering of texture and color and patterns and stuff like that. So we're going to start by kind of like, it's going to go through what I always call like an ugly phase. Like it's going to go through like a weird kind of phase that it won't look like much, but that's okay. That's the first layer. So I thought together, like I just wanted to show you that so here's my green. I want to mix another green and like a medium green into that. So let's see if I try to put a little yellow down. You guys can see my palette. I purposely chose white so that I can. So you guys can see my colors. So I have a dark green and like this lime medium kind of green. And then I'll do the same with blue. This, I am washing my brush with this one. So like, I don't know what kind, like if you have a set that already has all these like different tones. I mean, I definitely have them. I just wanted to show that you can create this with very little, it doesn't have to be fancy. So here's my dark blue. And if I want to lighten it up, I'll put some white, maybe even a little green. Let's see.
Which blue did you use? The
So you're
Richard-
using this set, Beth?
Yes, I will be.
Oh gosh, I don't remember. I think it was the cool blue. Let me
I think
just-
it was that one.
It's the cool, I put down the cool blue.
Okay.
Let's see, let me medium this out. I don't necessarily, well, maybe I'll light blue it, but let's see. Yeah, that's good. Feel like a medium tone there. This is for my first layer, so I just definitely, I want a dark and a medium tone. The very last color scheme is going to be your lights, and then we'll make a little lavender color too. So, yeah, maybe I'll also put a little yellow here on my palette too. Just for fun, right? So here I have a medium blue, I have a dark blue and a medium blue, a dark green and a medium green and a yellow to start with. I don't want to pour a whole bunch because acrylic paint dries quickly, and we could go into medium, like, you know, paint mediums and stuff like that, but that's a longer class. All right. All right, are you guys, is it okay for me to continue to paint? To keep going? We're good?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so, when I look at this image, right, I can see that my horizon line, my line where so this is water right here. I kind of just put paint on it, so you can kind of, you'll see it, right? So this is my water down this way, and this would be my vertical, like the trees. So I want to just indicate where my horizon line is. It's kind of like, you know, about 2/3 down. I'm just gonna get like a bit of a coming down this way and this way. I'm not even thinking about my bridge. My bridge is last. Right now, I'm just layering in my colors. And I just use the dark green just because, you know, and I'm using a medium-sized brush. My brush happens to be chiseled, but any of like this size, like maybe a flat brush would be a good brush. These are the ones I have pulled out. They're all kind of flat. And I have this itty bitty, but that's for last. Okay. I'm going to start with this texture going up here in the water. This like, right. So this is a texture. This is definitely going in this direction, going up and down, up and down. So I'm going to put a little bit of green, both greens on my brush. And I really just want to just get that texture going up over here. And you know, there's nothing fancy about what I'm doing, really just going swooping up because I'm creating like that undertone. And I'm doing that on this side too. And I know it's almost, I don't know if it's hard to see. I feel like I should have probably put a spotlight on my. Is it, can you guys see this or should I get a light on it?
I
No,
can
I
see.
see it.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. So I'm just working with the bottom half. And again, nothing fancy. There's really no skills that I'm using here other than just going up and down. So, and even again with the lighter green, I'm even doing the same thing. I'll do that here too. Just these little, you see these like short little, they look small to me. Okay, so it looks like a little bit of like a, I don't know, a lawn or something. From here, I'm gonna take a little bit of this, of the yellow, and there's already green on my brush. And you're gonna hear me use the term dab a lot because that's what we're doing. We're just, you know, we are impressionists now. And we're working in like a dabbing style. And if you can see, like the water just seems to go in a horizontal way. It's going this way. So that's what I'm doing. I don't want it to be stripy, but I definitely want it to be horizontal. So I have the yellow, it's kind of mixing in with the green. That's my undercolor. You know, when we get the lilies in there, we'll do more. Yellow and green on the same brush. And just kind of. Yeah, I should. You know, it's interesting because these will all look different, but they'll all look like Monet's bridge. Right. So this is the color that I'm first, you know, and I see like that there's this lavender happening, but we'll get there. I'm putting both colors on my brush. And I suppose if we were doing watercolor, it would be, am I correct? Like you would be doing the same thing. You would just, you know, little dabs of lighter tones right on top, maybe getting your watercolor thicker.
Yes,
Yeah,
same way.
yeah. It's funny because I know that like watercolor, you work, you know, light to dark. We're kind of working light to dark. We're also working like dark to light. Horizontal. Cute. See what this says. from here, and again, I apologize if I'm working quickly, if I'm talking quickly, and I'll slow down if you have questions. But when I'm looking to do the foliage on this, on the trees and things, it's definitely wisteria. Has anybody been there in France? Robin, you've been there? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. It's just right. So this is wisteria.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, so I see this. So it just like I saw this as being horizontal, and I get like, so we're not done here. I just want this to dry a bit. There's reflection and things like that. But I want to get this like horizontal, just texture laid out first. So I want to get like almost like, can you see like there's like these like darker tones in here? I'm going to mix my dark green and my dark blue, just to get some darker tones in here, because that clearly, like this clearly reflects here, right? So this is here in the water. So I am mixing, I'm going to make a little, have these two join and make this darker. And then Beth, if you don't have a green, you're just making a green, in that set didn't have a green?
Yeah, no, I have acrylic paints.
Oh, okay, good. Right, so this is just a nice, rich green blue. And I'm really just kind of, with the flat of my brush, just kind of getting some verticals in there. I'm starting with my dark tones. There goes my dog. She needs some chicken. Here. Here. Chicken. I believe I'm bribing her to be quiet.
Whatever works.
Yeah, it's like a baby. She used to be so good with my Zoom. So I had a chair right next to me. Now there's a pillow, but she used to, we were in such good sync. Again, I'm working vertical because I am being the vertical, I'm being the trees. And I'm just creating my undertones. And same thing with and you can see, right, they're very swoopy. There's no skill based here, right? They're very, very swoopy. They're very streaky. The only thing I could say as far as a skill is that there's no puddles, right? There's no bumps. It's all very, very smooth. Okay. I'm going to start putting some white on my palette. And I think I want to make a little lavender. So I'm going to put a little white here. Let me just see if you can see I'm going to make a lavender. So I'm going to start with a little white. I'm going to start with a cooler red. teeny bit. And a teeny bit of this blue. Let's see. Almost too much red. No, it's lavender. Yeah. Right, so that was a little white, a tiny bit of red, and then, you know, the light blue is my lavender. All right, here we go. I'm gonna start making some lilies. Right, I'm gonna go. Actually, I don't want this. I switched my brush. Right, and now I'm just building up tones. I'm building up light. I want, there's blue, there's the lighter blue, and there's the and it's, if you can see now, I'm not painting, I'm dabbing. I am just making dots, dab, dab, dab. Dab, dab, dab. All right. And maybe some darker tones. And here's me with my fingers. So just so you know, I'm a big finger painter. Nothing wrong with using your fingers. But look how that all kind of starts to blend in. Right? So you can see that I use the dark green, mixing, you know, just dab, dab, dab. If I have the green on my brush. And now I'm not recommending, I mean, if you want to use your fingers, I always think it's a good tool, but I'm not telling you you have to. So lavender and blue on the same brush. And again, my head's down, so if you have any questions, just kind of like call them out, because I don't usually see the chats. It's funny, my husband's in the basement on the phone, and can you hear him?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can? I mean, he's literally on another level, but he's so loud.
Well, at least we can't hear what he's saying though.
Oh, that's
so-
okay. He's on the phone with my daughter. I know what he's saying. We're leaving after this. We're going up to the Adirondacks.
Nice.
So yeah, I guess. I'm not a winter girl, you know, so, but
Yeah, but they have fireplaces.
they do, and I'm gonna bring lots of art supplies, and my daughter is in Vermont, so she'll meet us. she'll meet us, and so that'll be nice. I can at least see her for a little bit. And and it gets me out of here a little, even though I'm totally off the grid. Like I have no access to my texts or emails or anything like that. And then with my dad being sick, that makes me uneasy.
Yeah, but there's phone service, right? You could,
No, I have no phone service.
really, how far
Yeah.
up are you going?
It's by Indian, I don't know if you know the area. It's called by Indian Lake, but it's on top of the mountain. There's no cell service.
Wow.
I know. But I told my family, and if anything, I will constantly keep trying to like go into town and check my phone. and make
Well,
sure-
there's also ranger service. I mean, you can always check in with the ranger service.
Okay, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and once you get that number, if you have to, your family could know that.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
thank you.
That's okay. My sister does that in California. She goes
Okay.
up where there's no cell service. So she just, she knows the ranger service. That's all. Yeah.
Okay,
Sure. Good luck. Have fun.
thank you.
Hey Nancy, this is Lana from Texas. I apologize profusely. I got totally confused with the time change. I mean, with
Okay.
the time difference.
Oh, I did that this morning in another class. Very good. Very good.
So I'm sorry, Lana, because I'm not because I'm looking down, so I don't know that you recently joined. But now as I look up, there were a whole bunch of new people joined.
No problem.
So,
No problem.
so what, you have questions? We're just jumping in. Did you have questions as far as what colors or what we're doing or?
I just thought since I'm so late and I didn't want to interrupt the class, I would just take some notes. And I saw when I came on, it said the class is being recorded or the Zoom is being recorded.
Yes,
Will there be a way for me to watch the part that I have missed?
yes.
Wonderful. Then
So, yeah, I
I'll
know
just
that as
go
soon as
on.
I sign off, no problem, we all, but as soon as I sign off, they send me something. And I didn't know that I was supposed to email it to somebody else. But now I do, and I will, and it'll be, I think, on YouTube. So,
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. So. And I can also send it individually. But I'm just wondering if you guys can start to see what's happening here with all the little dots and just varying just the lights and the darks. And I'm trying very hard for it not to look stripy. But it's a little stripy, but that's what's happening here, right? It's definitely the water. And I just want a nice combination of darks and lights and texture, because again, we're creating an impressionist painting. So there is no perfect line here. Next week, we're going to be doing a collage. So you might want to have some magazines by you. The artist is Romare Bearden. So I think I have my pond for now. Maybe I'll do some, you know what I'll do? Is I'll get in with a little bit of white. Just kind of makes the whole thing jump. And again, not doing anything fancy. just teeny dots.
Nancy, if you can talk while you work, I see you've got 5 colors, basically, 5 or
Yes.
6 colors up there. If you just name them when you have a chance.
Sure. So I have a green, it's a basic dark green. Permanent green. But I know when I did this at the museum, I was using like a viridian green. So any deep green, and the first thing that we did was kind of just cover the whole, like prime the canvas with that color. Got it a little watery and did the green. And then you take the green and mix it with a little bit of yellow to get like a medium green, to get like a little bit of this lime kind of green. I have a deep blue, any kind of dark blue. So for some reason the name is escaping me of the actual blue color, right? Because mine just says cool blue. And then I mixed it with white to get this medium blue. And then a regular yellow. And then we mixed tiny bit of red and the medium blue and some white and got this lavender color.
Ah, that's the one that was the mystery. How did you
Yeah.
get there? Thank
So it was a
you.
little red and this dark blue with a little white, got a medium blue and that medium blue. And all right.
And like an alizarin crimson or just
Yeah,
any.
I like alizarin crimson because it has like it's a richer color anyway. So yeah, definitely more that than like more of a vermilion, because vermilion is more orange.
Okay.
So that's a little shop talk there using those. All right.
And can you recommend what kind of paints to get?
I Liquitex and Golden are my go-to paints for my personal use. I had this set left over from this is Chromacryl, which is is fine because they're it's more of a student grade Chromacryl. And but I like Liquitex and
So
Golden.
it's like really any kind of acrylic or?
Yeah, acrylic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I have something from 20 years ago. I doubt it's any good.
if you can paint with it, then by all means paint
Yeah.
with it. Because my things from 20 years ago are a hockey puck.
I'm trying to find it. Thank you.
Sure. I might have to go. All right, I'm going to build up my sides a little bit more here. I'm going to take my green. There are art teachers that kind of have you like keep like a neat palette. Sorry, that's not me. I'm not much of I really am just to get the product, and I don't really like to follow rules because I feel like rules stress people out. So, okay. So again, now we created this texture on the sides here, and now I want more. I have too much paint. Oh my gosh. So now I'm going to get another tone of my vertical lines. This is blue and green mixed, just pure.
I always enjoy watching your art.
Thank you. Oh, I don't know who said that.
I said that.
Marilyn. Hi, Marilyn.
Yeah, I can't get this phone to work. I mean, this equipment to work right sometimes.
Yeah, I know. And especially when you're used to it and then you're not used to it, the Zoom.
Yeah,
I was just
everything
saying that before.
changes.
Yeah,
Yep,
so it's good to see you.
thank you.
Do you have acrylic paint, Marilyn? Do you have it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you have everything, right? You know, so again, so this is, you know, just if you're thinking about like a swamp, like marsh, like, you know, they're going in different directions. There's nothing, you know, perfect in this. So I have this like darker tones. I mean, now I'm going to grab a little, because I want lighter tones on top of my darker tones, just to, a little yellow.
Now it's really coming alive.
Right, that looks. Are you guys talking about your own coming alive? or-
Yours.
Oh, okay. I'm hoping you're talking about your own. There are some, I don't know if this is lavender or what, but there are definitely some purple tones in these flowers over here. You know, and the reason why it's coming alive is because I'm using more than one color and layering. Right, so I'm going to do that over here too. Get my darker. Right, so right here is nice and dark and rich. I'm also going to capture that over here. So again, mixing the blue and the green. And again, it's darker down here too. How are we looking on time? At some point, I'd love to check in with you guys and see how you're doing, but I want to get more done here. Let me just at least get the bottom. Right, so you can just see I'm just dabbing with the tip of my brush, just dab, dab, dab. And now I'm gonna mix my yellow and white. Too much. Right, so this is kind of splaying out this way. I'm pretty sure that this kind of meanders. I don't know, Robin, you can tell me, like this probably meanders like a little river, right? This doesn't like end here.
No.
No, it kind of goes through, yeah.
Yeah, it goes through the whole residence area. It's beautiful.
Yeah. So, but right now I'm kind of giving it like an edge.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's see. Before I start going into the trees and the wisteria and the bridge, of course, if I can check in with you guys, does anybody want to talk to me, ask me any questions, show me what you're doing? All right, I'm going to take my thing off spotlight. All right, and now if anybody, Beth, are you holding that up for me to see?
I was looking for a brush, but yeah, I could show you.
I don't want to put you on the spot. So
No,
are
that's
you okay with that?
It's turning into a Van Gogh.
Okay, Van Gogh works. Let's see.
Let's see, where am I? I'm going
No,
down.
see
no,
it.
the other way. I see the
Pull it
texture.
back.
Yeah.
Can you pull it back?
Well, towards your face.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, I
love
see it.
those colors.
Yeah. Nice. So did you start blocking in like the bridge kind of space too?
No, I was taking notes, so I got a late start. So I
Okay.
was trying to get the wash on, but had to catch up.
Okay. I'm sorry if I rushed you.
No, my fault. It was too much fun. I wanted to paint. I didn't want to just take notes.
Well, that's definitely me. So, anybody else want to show me your progress so far? Or? So Sharon Massa, you're on, I don't know if you're on mute or I just don't hear you. I see your mouth moving, but so I don't hear you, but I see that you're holding it up. So I'm gonna spotlight you. Can you bring it closer to the camera?
Oh, pull it back. Pull it back.
Or back to your face, in front of your
Oh.
face?
Tilted
She has a
forward.
filter on. That's
Yeah,
not
you have
working.
your background filter.
Oh,
And
I
she
bet
could
it's.
just put. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's it. That looks great. So just so
That
you
looks
know,
nice.
we don't hear you. I know you're not on mute, but I don't know why we're not hearing you. But it looks, I know that she started ahead of time a little bit because she emailed me.
Hmm.
But no, I don't know why we're not hearing you, but it doesn't say that you're muted.
Might be your internet.
Yeah. So Carla, you want to share? Let's see. There you go. You got your textures down. I like it so far. Are you happy with it?
Yeah, thank you.
Good. I'm gonna remove your spotlight.
Carl, is that watercolor?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
Thanks for asking that, Sharon. I always ask that. Lynn?
sure. Yep.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. That
I
looks
like
great
those
so
colors.
far. That's nice. Yeah, and those dark tones, when you paint over them, it's gonna just give it like some dimension on top.
Okay.
That looks great. Thank you.
Thanks.
So, anyone else feel like? Oh, Sandy, I see you.
Ooh,
Ooh, is that watercolor?
Yeah, it's watercolor, so I didn't want to put too much dark in the background yet.
Yeah. Oh, and then
I have
you're
to work-
blocking out that space to be the bridge.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm using little white, like almost like a gouache like thing.
Right,
So I'll add it in, but I didn't want to put the whole thing green, you know?
right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. You can tell like I'm not a, I mean, I paint with watercolor, but I don't teach it. So, anybody else before I move on to the vertical? So, how you doing, Sharon? I just saw your thing light up, but I know that
What
you're not,
happened?
I saw your square lit up, but you're,
Oh, probably because I took my mute off.
but you're not gonna share, right?
Not yet.
Okay. So, okie dokie. All right, so here I go. Oh, Judy. There you go.
Whoa. Oh,
Ooh,
wow.
that looks nice. That looks great. That has a nice richness to it. It already has depth to it. That it looks like, you know, like, yeah, good. All right. So, all right. And I just want to make sure if I missed anybody from, is there another page? Is there anybody? Okay. All right. I'm going to go on and just yell out if I missed you, I didn't, I apologize if I did. Let's do this back. All right. Okay, here I go. So from here down, that's, and now we're gonna think about the top. We can do this in a half an hour.
Okay.
I think we can.
How long did Monet work on it?
Hey, an hour and a half, Tim,
Oh, okay, no, just wondering, okay.
Yeah. I think it was via Zoom also. Yeah, I never know that information, like how some of the masters took on any of that. So
There was one that said he would never paint flowers. Maybe it was Van Gogh, because
No.
they would die before he got them done.
well, he did the sunflowers, he did the irises.
Yeah, but I don't think he liked it. Or
No,
maybe
okay.
it was Cezanne or somebody.
Cezanne would make sense. All right, so I'm creating, now that I have my vertical texture, I'm doing my dots, my impressionistic dots. I'm taking my lime color, this medium green, I'm adding a tiny bit of white, and I am gonna
That's how you did it. Okay.
start to dot.
Okay.
So, and I don't want to cover up my dark spaces underneath. I don't want them to, but I want them to peek through, because that's creates the depth. Right. And when I'm looking at this, like I see like this being lighter and this being darker, this being much lighter. There's definitely white here, darker. Like so that's the way I'm going to be working. But again, this is your interpretation of this work. It doesn't, no, we're not here to make,
No judgment. No judgment.
We're not forgering.
That was the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Making forgeries.
Psst, come here, I have an original Monet for you. Yeah, I think so. When I first reached out, and there was only about 20 or so on the group, I mentioned, and this was before I had to cancel, I mentioned, so some of the classes will be replicating like this, and some of them will be inspired by. So like the Bearden, Romero Bearden, we will be inspired by him with collage and possibly other things that I'll write to you, and I'll make sure that like Sharon so that you don't get the emails, and also I'll write that to you separately. But so we're going to do Romero Bearden. I know that he does inspired by jazz, inspired by buildings. There's a whole bunch of things that we could, home, environment, things that you call home.
Do you have a suggestion as to how to get on your email list?
So I am just taking them from the Lifelong Montclair email list. So you might want to check and see if you're on there. Like, so when you sign up, I have that, I'm an admin for it, and I just click all participants, and it's supposed to send to all participants.
Okay.
Well, Nancy, I did give another address to Michelle because
Okay.
she said for some reason it kept coming back my Comcast one. So I don't know what's up with Comcast, but
Okay.
so hopefully this will work.
All right.
Well, who should I contact?
So maybe Michelle.
Okay.
Give her a direct message in the chat.
Yeah, you can write to me. Yep. Thank you.
I'm actually here. What, I didn't hear the question though. What was the concerns?
So somebody who I don't even know because I was looking down. Who was saying you're not getting emails?
Hi, I'm Gail, and I'm not receiving any emails.
Gail, what's your email address? You want to put it in the chat or you want to tell me?
I'll put it in the chat to you, okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, it could be, we have to make sure you're on the actual email list. It's not automatic. Some people, when they sign up, actually don't have their email address. Karen, I don't know how you feel doing this, ... But
You
watching
talking
you
to me,
is
or-
very, I don't know how it feels for you to be doing it, because I'm actually not painting right now. But for me, I'm watching you do it. It's very soothing to watch you do it. Like
It is.
it's rhythmic, and then you see the results sort of like happening, almost like growth, like moss growing. It's really cool.
That's cool. Yep, so Michelle, I've been teaching, I picked this image for my class at MAM also. So this is actually my third time creating this in the past week. This image, so I'm a dot master.
I'd love to see all of them, all of your demos. To
Yeah,
compare.
I'll show them. So there was this one, they're bigger, so that one came out, is almost done. It's hard to say what's done or not.
Wow.
There's that one. This one I messed up on the bridge, and it's like one of the, when you watch cooking shows and they're like, oh, look, it's done. Well, I kind of, when I did this with the bridge, I was like, oh, and I swapped to the other one. So this was the beginning of that.
Wow, great.
But they're big and they take a long time, so I like working little like this. And just layers. And you called me Karen, by the way, just so you know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I've seen Karen way more than I've seen you.
I know, you get us painting teachers, us art teachers.
I know. Gail, I have your email. I'm gonna check it out and I'll get right back to you. So hang tight.
Michelle, I haven't received anything from you. I wasn't sure if you sent me anything to the other address, so I was just,
I sent out a memo yesterday.
didn't get it. Let me see.
I'm gonna do a test right now and see if you get it.
Okay, thanks.
So you can see first, I'm just going back to this. I'm just
Yeah.
layering. I'm not doing any of my wisteria yet. I really want that to be my very last, just like my lilies. I want that to be my last image, my last color tone. And I know I'm going fast, but I really kind of I want to get that bridge in before the end of class. Yeah. Yeah, this is again something it doesn't have to be perfect, but you're definitely getting the feeling of it in just layering textures. Let's see how that looks. Yeah. Okay, before I do the wisteria, I'd love to get the bridge in. Now, as you can see, like, you know, if I'm going to do this and it might not be perfect, you know, but it's so easy to be fixed. You know, I'm going to get my white. I'm adding, I want my white, you can see my white water's a little dirty, but that's okay. I want my white to have some water to it. So this way it'll glide on the canvas without like having, so my consistency of my paint will help me with the result that I want. So you can see that it's a little wetter than just the standard paint. And what I'd like to do is, it's very easy to overthink this, you know, and to worry about it being perfect and to worry about, you know, like that they're this much apart from each other and that type of thing. But I really want to kind of get all that out of my head and just get the mark down without worrying too much about, you know, that it's a perfect bridge. So right now I'm really just trying to get the mark down. On the image, this ends here. I don't want to do that. I'm going to have it, you know, a little bit more centered for mine. So right now I just one fell swoop. So I know that this is my horizon line. It's a little bit above. And so the bottom of my bridge, one swoop, I'm just going to go across. All right, nothing perfect. And then I want to go right into the other. Because if I think about it too much, I'm going to mess up. And if I mess up, I mess up. Fix it. So I have my 3 lines for the lines of the bridge. Right. Now I'm getting my vertical lines in. Right. So this is the front, back. These two are very close to each other. This one. This one. Again, flat brush, this one. And I know like some of it's a little bluer and some of them. And I'll cover this up with foliage. Now I can take some time and I hate to use the word perfect it, but that's where I'm going with it. It's just, or, you know, continue to develop it. How's that? So since this is the bottom of the bridge, it's a little darker.
Have you been using the same flat brush for the whole painting?
No, I changed when I went to use my dots into this. It's still a flat brush, it's just a little smaller. I don't know if you can see it.
Mhm. Okay.
So. If I had the time, you know, and if I was really going to sit and work on this, and if it was, sell it to a local museum, yes, I would then, like, my last steps would be with a tiny pointed brush and get, man, I have it here. Like I have this little pointy brush, and you could do things like this to get like finer images like that.
Mhm.
Right, the bridge definitely has, this one has a little darker edge just to show some dimension. I'm using blue for it. Starting to come together, right? Starting to look like this head has more than one. I'm covering my sides here so that it looks like they're like disappearing behind the foliage. And now I want to get my wisteria in there. And that is my lavender. I'm getting my lavender and maybe a little touch of white. And since wisteria grows like almost like, right, it grows vertical, like as like it's dripping. I don't know a better way to say that, but yeah, it's going in a line as opposed to the lilies. I'm going to get my wisteria. You can see like this is just the lavender here. I want to also capture a little bit of white. Not even cleaning my brush, I just want to get some white in there too. And even some of the medium blue. Because again, it's never just one color. But you know, it's definitely a regular. Make sure that my hands aren't in the way. I actually like it on Zoom better than I like for the
That
Thundering
looks
Herd.
That looks really terrific.
It's actually kind of came together, right? It looks, I have to say, I like it better on the computer than I like it in person. So let me check in with you guys now. All right, let's see. Oh, Sandy, I see you. 1 second, let me take this off.
Looks beautiful.
Thank you, thank you. Let me see. Valerie, Sandy, spotlight. Nice, Sandy. That looks great.
Yeah.
Are you happy with it?
Yeah, for this level amount of time.
Yeah. All
What are you
right.
gonna do? Yeah, why not? Yeah,
No,
it's
I
fun.
love it.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun trying to get
Good.
done so quickly like that. Yeah,
No, we got it. We got it done. And
we did.
Oh, Donna, any shows coming up? You're on mute.
Oh,
Hi. You
can you hear
good?
me now? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I turned down 2 plays and a movie because of COVID. I just wasn't ready to be
Oh,
in
that
a,
looks
in a
great.
backstage with everybody.
No, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I like all
I
your
do-
textures.
I had to do catch up too because I was walking the dog. So I did the light. The background was a little too light, but anyway.
No, it
thank
looks
you.
nice.
It does. It looks nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You remove your spotlight.
I love your perspective, Donna.
Yeah.
It's
I like
so
the
unique.
texture.
It's really cool.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And Sandy, you really, they're almost like thumbprints.
Yeah.
They're really distinct, big, and the spots almost, and they really come together. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Anybody else? You like sharing, Joyce?
Yeah, I'll share.
Okay.
I don't know. That's the front. Hold on. Okay, I think I'm here now.
There you
Yeah.
are. Let me spotlight you.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh. Wow. Can you hold it up just a teeny bit? Oh, look at that. Nice. Is that watercolor?
No, it's the acrylics that you recommended.
Okay.
The cheap set, because I don't usually, and it was fun, like just what Sandy said, to do it in the amount of time. I'm happy because I tend to belabor what I paint.
Yeah, no.
Looks great, Joyce.
Yeah.
Thank
That's
you, Sandy. I
beautiful.
love yours too.
Let me in mine.
Carla, I got you next. Let's see.
Because I can't, honey.
Okay. Can you hold
Pull
it
it
back a
back.
little bit towards your face?
Oh.
Nice. You got your bridge in there? That looks great. That looks great.
Thank you.
Are you happy with it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I love that chartreuse green in the background. It's great contrast.
Oh. Anybody else feel like sharing? No pressure, but we'd love to see.
I did a miniature.
Let's see
Are
it.
you gonna share,
Let's
Sharon?
see.
Real quick, hurry up.
All right.
Oh,
How come I can't spotlight her?
Can you pin it? Just switch it
had her.
down.
no, because
Yeah, she's spotlighted.
no.
Oh, there you
See
go.
it?
She is.
Okay, good.
And I can't see it.
No, I can't see it either.
Let's see.
Go to
Sharon?
the,
All right.
wait,
All right, put it
wait,
in front of your camera. There you are.
wait.
Nope.
My camera keeps switching.
Yeah.
Look at you. I'm so proud of you. Are you the one that said you can't paint? Look at that.
I don't see it either.
And it's so tiny. Ah.
I
There
know,
she is.
Hold up. There you go. Stop moving,
I-
Sharon.
I did a bath. Today. A little,
Very nice.
And
this
mine's
is a fun,
huge.
That looks great.
it was
Yay.
fun.
Very good.
Beth, what did you do?
This is Joy. I'll show mine.
All right.
Hold on. Beth's got hers up.
Pull it
Okay.
back, Beth.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's so
Yeah.
soft.
It is.
Pretty.
Very
It's almost
nice.
like Monet meets Manet, right? Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That looks nice.
That's pretty.
Beautiful.
It's
Yeah.
very watery, very like I'm looking through water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very soft tones. Nice.
Really great.
And then Joya,
That was fun.
you gonna hold it up?
Where's Joy?
I got her.
Got her?
Pull it,
Oh,
pull
wait.
it back, Julia.
Oh, she's
Yes.
lost and
You have it
Oh,
back.
your filter
You have
is
to put it
really-
like closer to your face, in front of your face,
Right in
maybe.
front of your face.
No, it's the background filter is
There
we go, there we go.
Do I have a filter on?
Right
Oh,
there.
wait.
Don't
Yeah, yeah,
stop.
yeah.
Stop.
You can see it.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, nice.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Nice.
It looks like it's 3D. Well, I
Yeah,
guess
It does look 3D.
You know what's
Also
great? 'Cause
underwater.
it does
Yeah.
have an underwater feel to it.
Yes, it does have that. Mhm.
So,
Beautiful.
anybody we're missing? Is there anybody else that wanted to share? Lynn, hi, Lynn. Look at that.
Wow.
that's nice.
Wow.
That's a Monet.
A little lumpy, but yeah.
That's pretty.
That's
Thank you.
okay. We don't say lumpy, we say impressionistic.
Yes, you are.
So, anybody else feel like sharing? Again, no pressure. I never want to make anybody do something.
I was being brave today.
I'm proud of you. So, oh, that's great. Oh, well, this was a lot of fun. And again, I'm
was.
so happy to be back here with you guys because this is, this is my first love of all the different things that I do.
Oh, thank you so much.
It really is.
you.
So,
And I wish you a nice
Nancy.
trip, a nice
So you
vacation.
had a ball today.
Thank you, thank you. And then, yeah, so but next I will definitely be in touch about my concepts for next week. Again, the artist is Romare Bearden.
How do you spell his name? How do you spell his name?
Romare, Bearden, Bearden.
Thank you.
And so look him up. You know, he has some really great interviews on YouTube. Fascinating man. You know, really has so many different interests, from being, wanted to be a doctor and studying to be a doctor, baseball player, like all these different things. And his artwork is just extraordinary. And so yes, there's definitely a way to put our own self into his work, which is nice.
Yeah.
So,
Beautiful.
and so it will be collage. You'll need some type of substrate, some type of base to work on, a glue stick, scissors, and paint. We'll do it all.
Good.
So,
Good.
all right.
All
All right.
right,
Have a
thank
great
you.
weekend. If you're going
You
anywhere,
too.
holiday, whatever, be safe.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
You have a good time.